Hi Aries, this is your June 2021 spiritual reading. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, we have number 7, community. Number 49, angel of love. And number 47, the thinking woman. Alright, and at the bottom of the deck, we have strength. So right off the bat, you guys could have your Venus in your 11th house, where you are, or your sun in your 11th house, where community is a big part of your spiritual journey. You're not meant to be alone in this life. You're not meant to be a hermit in this life. Your spiritual journey requires you to connect with people and to let people in, have friendships, have relationships, and to really trust others. And this might be something that's difficult for you to do in the beginning of your life, but I feel like once you start opening your heart up to people, you see the value in it. You see the value in connections. With angel of love here, I do feel like you have a very healing aura and presence. So you could even be some kind of a spiritual leader or a spiritual teacher. With the thinking woman, I do feel like you guys are very, very wise. You have this innate wisdom that you're meant to share with the world. And it's like you're able to guide people. There's a lot of, you guys could have a lot of air in your chart as well. It's like you have this innate wisdom and you're able to communicate it in a way that people understand. So again, it's like your destiny is strongly related to working with a group, working with a community. Let's see. All right, we have the mirror, the womb, we have gnosis, and the mentor. All right, so with the mirror popping out here, I do, again, with the community, it's like you learn more about yourself, and your self-understanding really comes from your interactions with people. It's like you understand that we are all mirrors of one another, and you will kind of understand that the people you attract into your life are mirrors, and you see in others what you have within yourself. And I feel like that for you guys, that's very, very important, to look at the people you surround yourself with and ask yourself why. Or think of like, who do you look up to the most in this world, and know that it's because you have those qualities and traits within yourself. Angel of love, we have the womb. You're this nurturing energy. You're this healing, warm. You have this healing and warm aura about you, where people are drawn to you. They want to be around you. They feel good in your presence. With the womb, you guys, there's a strong divine feminine energy going on here. You guys might be like the mother of the group, where it's like you've always been more mature than your age. You've been through a lot more. You may have had a lot of responsibilities in your childhood, but that's why you're so nurturing, you're so protective, you're so giving. We have gnosis and thinking woman. Again, you have so much innate spiritual wisdom. It's like you hold the book of secrets. You know things that other people don't know. And I feel like you guys have always been very spiritual. You may have awakened your spiritual gifts even when you were a child. So you have this very deep understanding of how the world works, that again, that you're meant to use to help people and to teach people and to mentor people. It's like you are a guiding light for people navigating this spiritual journey and doing this shadow work and going on this self-discovery journey. You are a guide in a way, and a teacher. A lot of you could be or are destined to be spiritual teachers and spiritual leaders, and that might even be on the internet. You guys could have a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever it is. It's like you have a very large soul tribe that will gravitate towards you once you put yourself out there, because this is what you're destined to do. All right, let's see. We have the 8 of Air. You know, I feel like in your lives, you have had a lot of heartbreak and maybe like a lot of relationships that felt very karmic to you. And the reason for those is that they were all meant to show you something about yourself. Your greatest spiritual teacher is relationships. And so for you, relationships and friendships won't always be the easiest, because that's where all your lessons are learned. But if you're able to see what everyone that comes into your life is trying to teach you, and you're able to understand why everything is happening, I feel like that will make it a lot easier for you guys to deal with these connections that don't always last and can end in heartbreak for you guys. We have 4 of Fire. I want to say you guys are like, you feel like home to a lot of people. It's like a moth to a flame. All kinds of people are attracted to you and drawn to you, but you have to be mindful of that. Like, remember how powerful your energy is, how healing it is, and realize that that is why sometimes you attract people who need healing. And that doesn't mean that you should be in a relationship with them or to get involved with them because you want to heal them. You're meant to heal them in a way where you're a leader or a teacher. You know, they're meant to learn from you, you don't have to like invest your personal life with those kind of people, but you do feel like home to a lot of people. In your presence, they feel safe and stable, and since you give off this energy, again, that's why a lot of people come to you for help and for answers. They look up to you. They want to be like you. And so that's why I really do feel like if you choose to share your wisdom with people, they will listen, because you are an example of applying everything you know. And again, people look up to you and they want to be more like you. You're a star in a way. You're meant to be recognized and seen and heard in this life. A lot of your wisdom too, as we were saying, you know, with your relationships, comes from your life experience. So again, I do feel like a lot of you didn't have the easiest childhood or upbringing. A lot of responsibility may have been put on your shoulders. You may have gone through a lot of difficult situations, but they all made you more connected to source and to spirit. It kind of triggered a lot of awakenings, spiritual awakenings for you guys. And that's where a lot of your wisdom comes from, because you have so much experience for your age. You've been through more than a lot of people have. And that's why you're a great teacher, because you're able to teach and learn from your own experiences. We have the 2 of Water. For you guys, again, for a lot of you, your Venus could be in the 11th house, where for you, love is experienced through community, not necessarily one-on-one relationships. That joy, you feeling loved and recognized, and just all your Venus energies are connected to community and to friends. So you're truly emotionally fulfilled through these connections. It's not necessarily a marriage that makes you happy. I mean, it does make you happy, but it doesn't fulfill you the way that your community does. That where people, it's like you need people not looking up to, but relying on you. You know that you hold so much wisdom, and it's like it makes you happy sharing it with people. And that's a lot of times, when we're destined to be teachers, that's where our greatest joy lies. It's like the universe wants us to be happy doing what we came here to do. So yeah, a lot of you, your true joy and love is experienced in your community, in your friendships. And with Magician popping out here, I do feel like you guys embody this alchemy energy, Aphrodite. Plato talks about how there are two versions of her. The higher version is the Aphrodite, the alchemist. And I do feel like you guys embody that energy where your light, your presence heals people. It changes people. It brings out the best in people. You help others recognize the divine within themselves. And that's a very great gift to have, but that's also why your spiritual journey is very strongly connected to other people and to being in a community and being around people, not being in hermit mode. And I don't think the most of you are, but if you ever find yourself in, being more alone and not wanting to be as social, know that you're going in the wrong direction. That's not where you're destined to be. That's not where your happiness lies. Okay. We have number 25, meditation. I'm getting like a lot of you use your voice. It's like you have a very healing voice where people listening to you or just hearing your voice calms them and puts them in this meditative state, really connects them to their own soul and to spirit. You have a very powerful gift. A lot of you, I feel like you don't even realize how impactful it is because you've always had it. Maybe you've always been intuitive and you don't realize how many people that you help. Or maybe you've always had your voice, so you kind of take it for granted, but you don't realize the impact that it has on people. But you guys have a very powerful, beautiful energy. We have growth. We have differences and cycles. So you guys do actually, you're not meant to stay in this hermit mode for a very long time, but I do feel like you need it from time to time. You go through cycles. It's like your destiny again is to be a teacher, to be a healer, but that can also be very draining. Because you're constantly involved with other people's energies and you're giving so much of yourself away to people that you need to take time to replenish. For you guys, balance is key. It's balancing enough time, being extroverted and being introverted. You need time to heal and to fill your own cup in order to help other people and give to other people. So make sure that you're always keeping that balance. We have cycles. Again, a lot of balance, yin and yang. It's like being, I don't know if you guys have ever taken the 16 personalities test, INTP, INFP, whatever, and see where you lie on that scale and try to balance yourself out so you're centered in all of them. For example, I'm like 99% introverted, and so what I have to work on is putting myself out there more and being more extroverted and going out. But for you guys, it's essential to find yourself in that center, so you always feel energized and you always are at the top of your game and able to do what you came here to do. You really need to balance how much you give and how much you take for yourself. All right, Aries, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.